warmly welcome to all the students. I hope I am audible to you. In case my voice is not reaching to any of you, please kindly tell me. Uh, and I'll share my presentation in a minute and just need to tell that whether it is visible to you or not. Ma'am, is the slide visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay, thank you so much. All right. So I'm putting it in F5 mode. Just tell me whether it is visible in the slide share mode or not.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, students, very good afternoon, and thank you for sharing that you are in first semester and doing all these kinds of trouble by just removing others and making everybody mute. So this shows that कहीं ना कहीं पढ़ाई बहुत बढ़िया नहीं लग रही है आपको. You still have that kind of आपके अंदर वो अभी भी वो कीड़ा है that you want to have some kind of mischievous activities और mischief create करने का आपके दिमाग में अभी भी वो एक concept चल रहा है. So I don't take it badly, but however, when the teachers are there and specifically, when we are trying to teach you and there are students who are ready to learn, it may cause trouble. We do it once or odd times, we are not stopping you to, have little flavors in your life, but at the same point of time, we don't want that, it should hamper the activities, the academic activities, specifically when people are ready to learn. As I can see that there are students who are responding, so that means that there are people who are facing trouble because of this. So such kind of activities to be strictly prohibited. Am I making sense? So I'm not able to see you, neither you are able to see me, but I am ready to listen to you. Is my voice coming clear? I want some
Yes.
answers.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
right. So you're hopefully you're enjoying the BBA first semester. You are doing
Yes,
lot
ma'am.
of subjects. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And is the
Yes, ma'am.
ED
Little bit of.
okay? So we'll hold another session where we can discuss about other subjects. Just tell me that is the ED one of the papers? Like you are doing entrepreneurship development as one of the NEUS papers? Is it the part of your curriculum? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So how familiar with you are with entrepreneurship? And like I could remember, I could recall that while we took your orientation, and during the orientation only, many of you said that you want to become an entrepreneur. So this entire journey, this is the second in session where we as an innovation ambassadors are taking session, and this session is basically going to familiarize you with the process of entrepreneurship. And let us have this as more of participation and more of interactive activities wherein not only I am speaking, you're also raising questions. This is becoming a huge issue, because what is happening that due to lockdown, somehow these 2 years of your life have gone by, and I've seen that many of the students are even still standing at the same level where they were left before lockdown. So this is a huge knowledge gap, and this knowledge gap can only be filled if you are ready to learn, and learning is only by asking, by participation. uh, it cannot happen that if I'm only if as a teacher only I'm telling you things. It has to come from you as well. Let us have this kind of a journey where we are doing a participative activity, so that this gap of knowledge which has been created because of COVID. This COVID is something which is coming again and again in our lives. So we want that knowledge gap to be filled. And this again I'm saying that can only happen with your participation. So I hope the students are ready to participate with me. Yes, no? Few yes again.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes,
great.
ma'am.
Thank you so much. Many of you are, I can feel that thing that lying on your bed and taking all that trouble of saying even yes. So but एक थोड़ा सा एक अंदर लेकर आइए बच्चे, because हम बहुत पीछे रह जाएंगे. You know, I'll share, before I go into my presentation, I'll share one of the very important details that in, you know, there are international bodies, there are international agencies who are keeping a close watch on India. And one of the important body which is, you know, giving a very important input about India, that is World Economic Forum. Probably many of you haven't heard of it, and if any of you follow news, specifically business news, that they would know there's something called as the World Economic Forum. So World Economic Forum has given a very important statement about India, that the biggest threat India is going to face in next decade is the disillusionment of this youth of India. That because of COVID, people are now completely disillusioned that what they need to do. Everybody had their career chart, you know, they were, when you were studying in your 9th or 8th, you had got some kind of career aspirations in your mind. You had certain kind of, you know, that chart out path in your mind, that this is what I'm going to do. Many wanted to become doctors, many wanted to become managers, but now if you could see that the things are not shaping up as you wanted, you know, because there are few changes which have been made in the education system because of COVID. Many examinations were cancelled, many examinations took place in a way you believe that they were not very proper, or they were not very appropriate. 10 12 boards did not happen, you know, and you did not get the chance of becoming so competitive or fierce, or, you know, putting hard work so that you could actually gain that kind of confidence in your life. So, you know, the things have been completely in transition, and that uncertainty has caused some kind of a disillusionment in among the minds of youngsters. And, you know, it is very important for all of us that at least, you know, this time we should stood on our ground. There are problems. I have seen that many people have faced problems at the personal levels, at the relation levels. uh, but you know, that philosophy that the life goes on, many of us were not experienced about this. But ये अब टाइम आ गया दैट हम उस फिलोसफी से अपने आप को अवेयर कर रहे हैं, एंड देन, यू नो, इम्प्लीमेंट इट इन आवर लाइव्स, that life has to go on despite of all odds. So with this kind of philosophy, if you go into your classrooms, I think, you know, your perspective would change a bit. Don't take education as it has been, you know, for you previously, because now there already is a gap, there already is something which you have lost out. So we are going to focus on entrepreneurship, but I would request again and again that, you know, let this has been a participative experience. I want, even if, you know, only 10% of the students or 5% of the students have good takeaways after the today's session, you know, the session is well delivered. And that only is going to be possible if you ask questions, right? Now you see that now when ma'am was introducing about entrepreneurship, so she said, who are entrepreneurs? So, you know, before I go to my first slide wherein I have written some text, I'll go to this slide, you know. Can somebody, people can see the slide of Shark Tank India? Are
Yes,
you
ma'am.
able to see? Yes. Okay. So you see that 3 people are here, है ना? Anupam
नहीं
Mittal,
दिख रही
नहीं दिख रही?
No, ma'am,
मैम
it's
5
visible.
Is
No,
it
ma'am,
visible?
it is not visible.
Ma'am, it's the
पहली
only
वाली slide दिख रही है
first slide, government policy on entrepreneurship. This is only visible.
Ma'am, it is only the title slide which we can see.
Okay.
Yes, now it is fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yes, now we can see.
Okay, it's visible now.
Yes, ma'am, now we can.
अब दिख रही है
All right. Now, can you all see? This is the Shark Tank India.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
How many of you are following it?
Ma'am, me.
Mummy.
Mummy
Okay,
also.
मम्मी
right. So, just tell me that what is this show all about?
Ma'am, it's all about investments for new startups. Ma'am,
investment on
big
no
business
big
tycoons are sitting here to fund little startups.
cities हैं
It's about startups. It's about investments. So दो चीजें आप दिमाग में आ रही है, because, you know, they are always talking about pitching. They are always talking about that I'll give you this much amount of funds. आपका ROI क्या है आपका, आप कितना इक्विटी के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं इसमें. So the entire thing is basically about entrepreneurship, है ना. ये जो सारा शो है शार्क टैंक इंडिया, अगर आपको पता हो इंडिया में खाली नहीं हुआ था ना, उससे पहले भी कहीं हुआ था. We have similar shows abroad also. Do we have that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Small started in abroad. Later it was brought up in India.
And we have got various similar shows happening abroad. So you see that in India we have got these three sharks. First of all, let us all introduce ourselves with these people. Who all are they? इनमें से सबसे पहले I'll go to the middle person, someone who speak little थोड़ा उनका arrogance भी है बोलने में, if I may say so.
Ma'am,
Is
aggressive.
Ashneer Grover, who is the managing
Yes,
director
ma'am.
of
Aggressive shark.
of Bharat Pay. तो अभी थोड़े दिन पहले, I mean just 2 days back, about him there was a huge headlines, something which was trending on Twitter also. Not all good things about him. About what?
A scam call.
About, yes. And with whom?
I'm an employee of the Bharat Pay only.
Okay, and there was another bank involved.
Yes, ma'am. I
And
don't
Kotak
remember the
Bank.
name. Yes, ma'am. Kotak Bank.
So you see that this person got involved in an abusive call with Kotak. This is kind of an allegation, unless and until in India, we must take one thing as, one thing very important takeaway from the session is that whenever, unless and until anything is proven, it is only allegation, right? So this is only an allegation, nothing is yet proved, but yes, there has been a tiff between Kotak Bank and Mr. Ashneer Grover, who is basically from IIT, is an IIT product and the managing director of Bharat Pay. And it is related to, I believe, people are again familiar. कुछ लोगों को पता होगा किस बारे में है. Is it about IPO? Right? And look at him, this person, Anupam Mittal. Can somebody tell me ये कौन है? Although मैंने लिखा ही है यहाँ पे, founder and CEO of.
He's the CEO and founder of Shadi.com and People's Pro.
Yes, so Shadi.com. So you see that these popular names, अब अगर हम इनका सर्च करें, और even नमिता थापुर को हम फिर भी थोड़ा छोड़ देते हैं because she has bit of business background. But look at these two people, Anupam Mittal and Ashneer Grover. Just try and searching them on internet, you would not find that they are coming from big classy business class families. Unlike अगर मैं यहाँ पे धीरू भाई अंबानी की इस जगह के साथ में अनिल अंबानी या मुकेश अंबानी को रख दूंगी, तो then you would realize that they already are coming from big business families. So they are now the second generation entrepreneurs, not the first generation entrepreneurs. So one thing very important for us to know, one key takeaway from this Shark Tank India is that we have now some people whom we can call as the first generation entrepreneurs and having that guts that they are giving money. एक statistics और मैं आपको I would like to share here with you that during the previous lockdown there was one very interesting survey. What this interesting survey was that अगर हम देखें, COVID was a period when people's wealth deteriorated too much, and one of the important deterioration was to the middle class. As a result, loan moratoriums और बहुत सारी चीजें गवर्नमेंट ने किया, बट कुछ लोगों की इनकम बढ़ी, एंड उनमें से कुछ 10 लोग थे, they are 10 people only whose wealth actually increased or multiplied at a very high exponential rate. And one of them was Mr. Adani and another one was Mr. Ambani. And at that point of time, Oxfam India did a very interesting analysis, and they said that he has this much caliber. I'm talking about the previous lockdown, that this much caliber now that he can write a 75,000 rupees check to each and every Indian. This much was the worth of Mr. Mukesh Ambani, that he could have written a 75,000 rupees check to each and every Indian. So just imagine that kind of wealth one person is having, and just look at that, how much is our population? सो यू नो एक वो स्टैटिस्टिक्स है, एक वो सिनेरियो, और एक सिनेरियो ये है कि यहाँ पे भी हम बात कर रहे हैं शार्क टैंक इंडिया, एंड दे आर ऑल्सो ऑफरिंग 50 लाख। एक अगर कोई सीजन को फॉलो कर रहा है तो दे वुड नो, जस्ट ट्राई टू कैलकुलेट that how much Ashneet Grover or Namita Thapar has already offered to the startups. They are offering somewhere they are giving 50 lakhs, somewhere they are giving 1.5 cr. So they have money, and these are the people who have made money in a very very quick span of time. And just imagine that they had no business background. So there is a transition, there is a change in the market. So what this change is about, let us take one small poll. Now this poll, is it now visible? I have written, let's take a poll.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have got choice here. We can you can actually use this link also to fill up the poll, or you can use the scan code also to fill up the poll, and I'll show you the the poll results right here on the screen only, if somebody would try to do it. Just tell me whether it is opening at your end or not.
Ma'am, it is open.
Okay, great.
Hello, ma'am. You are not audible. Ma'am, you are not audible.
I think, ma'am, it's time for connecting the Mentimeter poll.
Ma'am is joining from phone. There is some internet issue. Please bear with us.
I'm available, ma'am, right now. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So my apologies for internet breakage. So ma'am, oh, sorry. Just give me a minute, please.
Okay, ma'am.
I hope the slides are now visible to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
It is.
while I wanted to show you the results, but switching on with the Windows, I think would lead to a connection issue again. So I'll share with you the entire of the results. The results I wanted to show you because they are all live, but I'll send it to you with keeping in mind that I may face another technical snag. So this is about that entrepreneurship. So just this wanted to give you a kind of different perspective, that that perspective should come to your mind, that entrepreneurship is becoming important and it is no longer now under the custody of the businessmen who have been running the show. एक इंटरेस्टिंग इसके पीछे ये ध्यान रखेंगे दैट इंडिया के अंदर 86% फैमिलीज आर बिजनेसेस आर फैमिली ओन बिजनेसेस. सो वी आर नाउ हैविंग अ shift. We are having a shift from the family owned businesses to the businesses which are new, which are innovative, which are run by the first generation entrepreneurs. So that is why if I go back to my first slide, I have written this one only, that entrepreneur is someone who develops an enterprise around an innovation. So in today's time it is becoming very, very important that entrepreneurship should be evolving around the innovative ideas only. Someone who is an innovator may or may not become an entrepreneur, but an entrepreneur is someone who is making new innovation always. बिकॉज अगर हम वो एक एग्जाम्पल की बात भी करें कि अगर हम नया कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, देन you have to be better than what has been done previously. Something you have to offer in a better manner. There have been cabs running on Delhi roads always. There have been taxi stands. You could have booked a cab from there. You could have asked him to have a round trip also. You could have you had the meters installed, but it is only the convenience which you have added. You have added some kind of a security element by giving them some verified drivers. So this is a new solution or innovative solution to a problem. The Ola and Ubers, and we have got now aggregation as a very important businesses these days. So an entrepreneur is someone who is developing an enterprise around an innovation. They manages businesses and also assume the risk. And this should bring to one of the very important point, that maybe that all innovators may not turn up to be an entrepreneurs, but all entrepreneurs needs to be innovators. And they also need to have one important element, that they need to absorb the risk. Because if you're not able to absorb the risk, or if you're not able to have the willingness or capacity to take the risk, then managing the business is no for you. And this should not be in our mind. Or yeah, आजकल जितने भी नए youngsters हैं, they also have this philosophy that they are ready to understand, they are ready to take the risk. And at doing it at a very young age is always easy. So now let's move to the government schemes for what I was supposed to cover here. After having developing that kind of a perspective, that we need to start thinking of an entrepreneurship. तो अब हाउ गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव्स, अब गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव्स इज टू मच. जैसे मैंने अभी आपको दिखाया शार्क टैंक इंडिया, and in that you have got 3 different people. Now just imagine, IIT has not established 2 years back. They have not established 5 years back also. They have been they are there in the market for many years, and but and they already had this kind of wealth of individuals in terms of knowledge capital. And once upon a time there was something called as a brain drain, कि हमारा जितना भी पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं वो अब्रॉड चले जाते हैं और वहां जाके they are becoming the CEOs of big companies. So there has been a shift, and now we can see that many IITians, many people who are graduating from top notch and from all the colleges, they're remaining here, and they are exploring Indian market. They are creating new things because they have got that kind of platform now available. So that platform has been now made available by Government of India, and Government of India is not rolling out one scheme. They are rolling out multiple schemes, keeping in mind that there are not one issue but multiple issues which are actually creating a trouble for becoming an entrepreneur. There could be many reasons that why we did not have a chain of entrepreneurs previously, why we did not have many people who were coming and offering an innovative solution. They were ready to go to California, they were ready to go to Australian companies and work for them, but they were not opening their own companies in India. So there were multitude of reasons. And similarly, to offer solution, we have multitude of solutions also available by Government of India. So I'll quickly go through them because we have got Professor Ghosh also, who is going to take the session further. So what I'll do is that I'll quickly show you few of the slides talking about the government initiatives. And these government initiatives, even if in today's lecture you are able to just grasp the names of these things, it will actually take you a long way, because these are very, very important platforms wherein you can actually have benefits. They are like marketing ka kotler, where if you are reading that book, and every time you would find something new. So similarly, these kinds of websites or these kinds of schemes, you would have many things keep on coming to you as and when you open them. They are so dynamic, they are offering new solutions, and they are always bringing out something new to fit in with the solution which they are trying to offer, so that that the trouble which people were facing of becoming an entrepreneur should be brought down. So one of them is basically about the Startup India. So far, am I clear to the students? You have any questions? Do you have any questions? Any of the students?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Am I making sense to you so far? Any of you? मेरी बात समझ आ रही है नहीं आ रही?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, great. So one of them is the Startup India. Startup India में अभी अगर आप लोग this week, this is a innovation week designated by Government of India between 10th to 16th of January. So you would see that there are already so many open innovation challenges which are floated on the Startup India platform, Startup India portal. So you can see that I have taken a screenshot from my laptop, and just take a click of this and type this URL. You can always log in. If you could see on the right hand side that there is one picture going on, it is blank because I have not signed in. You can always create your own sign in, and you can avail various offers. Right now you are seeing Shark Tank. We have got here at the Startup India all those facilities available. So if you log in, if you create your own login ID, you would be able to reach to all these people, those who are acting as the mentors. So there are list of investors, there are list of mentors, there are list of startups whom you can actually get in touch if you start going through the website of Startup India. So it is a little too heavy a website to understand at one go. You have to first create your sign in and start exploring the various schemes, because there are like I said previously, that there is no one single problem, so there is not one single solution, and there are solutions offered journey. You could see that we could, when we are developing something, it is about ideation. I'm thinking about making a product, and I'm thinking about creating a new solution. So it is about what, it's about ideation. So at the ideation level, sometimes you need some money, so that you can actually convert it into some kind of a reality. So you have different kind of supports available. When you are already developed a prototype, you are already out to be there in the market, you have got different kind of support networks. When you are already there in the market, but you want to expand your reach, you have different kind of support network available. So all these networks are different for different phases of an entrepreneurship journey. You have to first sign in, you have to keep seeing this, then only you will be able to understand. And obviously, we at IIC keep on organizing activities wherein, in fact, one of the time we invited one very important person and dignitary from the Startup India only. He was talking about the various schemes which are on roll this time. So right now, it is about the Innovation Week. You would already find, if you just visit the website, that there are good number of schemes which are on roll. I hope you are simply listening. There is no question, because the questions are always welcome. Now, the next is the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. I'm just giving you an overview of various government departments. I'm not going in detail with any of the scheme. Because the schemes are so many. I've just said बहुत सारी तरह की schemes है, and there could be one more session wherein we can talk of the various seed funds or the seed capital schemes which the government of India is offering. But it would require completely different focus, and somebody who is interested, then only they should join. That I'm interested to know that if I want to launch my own entrepreneurship journey, then where I can look for the funding sources, then we can have that kind of session also to be organized. The next is about the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So this is one important ministry, because like you see that now the focus is on skill development. So what do? It's about the skill development part of entire of India, entire of the country, where they try to see that where is the lag, where is the gap existing. So wherever is the gap, they come up with the various programs and try to fill in with the need and create a pool of resources or pool of people who are ready to be employed into the market. So MSDE is basically working towards the area of skill development. Now, the next ministry, anyone having any questions? The next is about Ministry of Micro and Small Medium Enterprises. It's just a snapshot, so you could see that MSME की मिनिस्ट्री पे जाके आप चेक कर सकते हैं कि वहां पे उन्होंने क्या डिटेल्स डाल रखी हैं, क्योंकि MSME is one of the area wherein we have got huge number of startups listed, and I believe many of you are familiar with these concepts like this, MSME Sambandh, MSME Champions, or ये जो इसके अंदर कुछ टर्म्स गिवन हैं, आई थिंक कुछ टर्मिनोलॉजीज को कुछ लोग तो जानते होंगे. NSIC be one agency which is coming towards the bottom line, and what is NSIC is basically is a part of this Ministry of MSME, is one of the bodies under MSMEs, and which has been created to do different kind of work, which we'll discuss once we'll be doing a detailed session on this. So only thing we are trying to just make you familiarize with what government is doing, just to have this kind of flavor in your mind. Then I'll talk of one important this thing called Nidhi Prayas. अब ये निधि का जो स्कीम है, निधि कैपिटल is most commonly used capital seed fund which by the new generation entrepreneurs. So you have got one full-fledged portal dedicated to Nidhi Prayas. It is supported by DST and somehow managed by IIT Bombay, who is into the brainchild of creating such kind of web pages. So Nidhi Prayas is one very important platform if you are actually coming into a tech related or you have got some association with Department of Science and Technology, and you are creating your own entrepreneurship related to the technology part of it, then you may get some seed funding directly from Nidhi Prayas. So these are the schemes I would like to talk of. I think that I have already overshot my time, so let's gather some understanding. I have given you another this scan code. Just scan this and try answering it. They are very simple question. Just trying to understand that what is your level of knowledge related to it, or what do you understand on this. So just scan this, and thank you very much from my side. It was a wonderful interactive session. At least I'm able to hear few yes and no, and I just
There is some noise coming. Kindly keep yourself muted.
am I audible?
You are audible. This sound was from Ghosh sir, I believe.
So maybe he's having some this technical issues.
Technical
Uh,
issues.
but I was talking to the students. So students, I hope I have given you some food for thought, and we could have a continued dialogue wherein we develop a vibrant environment, vibrant infrastructure related to entrepreneurship in our institution, because it is only together we can do it. We cannot do it alone, and there are a lot of things to learn, provided again, you have that willingness and you have that kind of curiosity within you. So with this, I thank Majabin ma'am, and I welcome Professor Ghosh for his session. Anyone having any questions? And in case you have understood, just raise your hand so that I get that feeling that yes, there were some that takeaways from the students' side. So thank you so much, whosoever are raising their hands, and those who are not again raising. My thanks to them as well. I want you to come to the light and be a vibrant force. My best wishes to all of them. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us related to. Basically, I liked your view regarding how to get the seed money for starting our business. This will be, I think, for the interest for the younger generation. With this note, ma'am, I would like to invite Professor Anup Ghosh, sir. Provided, sir, I hope you are not feeling any turbulence in joining,
I
sir.
think my
Yeah, it's
voice
clear
is
now.
coming.
It's clear now, sir. Yes, it's coming. So I would like to request you to
Don't
take 30
require
seconds,
any
please.
formal introduction
Just for
because
the 30 seconds, sir. Okay.
that we will think later on. Okay, because
Okay,
I
sir.
think students after a full day of class attending this session sometimes makes them bored. So I will not linger it not more than 8 minutes.
Fine, sir.
Let me stop the program by 4 p.m. I want to inform you 2 or 3 things which may be known to you or may not be. Mr. Dhruv Sharma, can you hear me? Mr.
Yes,
Dhruv?
sir.
Dhruv, do you know what is the basic requirement to run entrepreneurship? आपके लिए क्या क्या है? क्या क्या चाहिए entrepreneurship run करने के लिए?
Investment. Sir, vision.
Investment, okay. Or
Sir, vision.
A good marketing support.
good marketing support. Okay. Vision. Anything?
Sir, innovation.
Innovation, okay. Anything else? Have you ever heard the word idea?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
और आप सब लोग को दिमाग में always idea आता है. The moment you see something, some problem, some activities, your own idea has started, jumbled up. How many of you feel that yes, you have idea and it is something innovative? ऐसा कोई है? जिसको लगता है मेरे पास सारा आइडिया है। आज मैं आप लोगों को एक इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहा हूं। द पर्सन who has idea, and if it is innovation connected idea, you can sell those idea only and you may be the billionaire. You need not to do any business. कोई business करने की जरूरत नहीं है, सिर्फ idea sell करो। And this part, we Indians have a lot many ideas, but we are not channelize it in a proper way because our ancient culture, since inception, we do not inform others or keep it confident within ourselves, and that is why we could not get benefit out of it. Our ancestors have developed so many medical, I say, ideas, medicinal ideas, and it has not been informed to the whole world, or any intellectual property rights has not been created against those ideas, and as a result we are not getting benefit out of it, and rather some of our neighboring countries, they have taken these ideas from us and got it patented, and they are earning billions and billions. So today I want to inform you that part only, that if you have any idea, try to get it patented. We all have a misnomer that if until and unless I can develop any product, I cannot get it patented. But for your information, my dears, every idea can be get patented. You need not require any product to be developed. Once your idea get patented, then you can sell that idea to any business people who have money, who has investment money. They will purchase your ideas, patented ideas, and make business out of it. Even if you do not have money, you can earn through this process also. And for making any patent, if you are a student, you can apply through Kalam project, KALAM, Kalam project, where government will fund you for making application for patent. You get my point? Abhimanyu, are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
So this is the, I say, knowledge you may have, you may not have. We are here in GIBS, particularly its IIC cell, that you can start developing your ideas, take the help of IIC, and get your ideas maybe jointly patented. You will get benefit out of it. With this, today I am closing the session. I think this type of session we will organize in every 15 days so that you will get some newer information and make benefit out of it. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your great words which is actually, I think the students are able to connect it, and they will able to follow it, and they will see towards starting up a business, or towards having a better understanding regarding entrepreneurship. Of
Ma'am, you are not audible.
um, I'm saying that it was muted by mistake because there is some technical issues are also coming up. Ma'am, Sheetal ma'am has said we should look forward towards getting the seed money, and how we should start for our business. And Ghosh sir has well connected with the latest issues which are developing in entrepreneurship area. So students are well connected and have a good idea now.
I would like to show them their results. I have asked them one assignment. So just give
Okay,
me a
ma'am.
minute. I'm doing the screen share.
Students, please cooperate.
Can you see the results now, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's a word cloud which has been made depending upon the students' input. So this is what the students are saying that they feel about an entrepreneurship. That someone who is doing the production, who is taking risk, is combining all factors of and problems in a society. A person who starts out of the box, enjoy rewards, innovation, think differently, ideas. So these are the the out inputs which has been coming from the students. So I like to share because that time I was experiencing some difficulties, so could not do it earlier. So thought of sharing it before we leave. Uh,
Wonderful.
yes, ma'am. So, okay, we can now close the meeting.
Sure. Though we had little technical issues we faced, which is very normal these days because we are living in COVID era and lots of technical turbulences we face. But show must go on, which we did today, and it was a very nice session. And I really liked hosting you all. Thank you for joining, everyone. And now I'm stopping recording and ending up the meeting. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, ma'am.